Hey guys, this is Jeremy from 78 Productions, and I want to talk to you guys about how you can use online marketing to wow everybody. This isn't one of those situations where I'm going to tell you the top 3 reasons to use online marketing and then point you to something like MailChimp or to say that you need to go read this person's blog and steal their information. I hate it when people do online marketing and all they can do is regurgitate something that someone else has done. I hate it whenever people do online marketing and it's completely fake. And I also hate online marketing whenever it looks like it's trying to be able to just have you buy something from them. I hate online marketing when it's not done right. And so really the idea of using online marketing is to be able to wow people, right? And if you're doing those 3 things, you're not wowing anybody. In fact, you're probably hurting your brand more than not doing an online marketing campaign at all. But the idea that you can do online marketing to be able to wow people is something that is a great asset for your organization, your ministry, your brand. And really, the fact is that you can actually do all of these things. You just need a little creativity and a little effort to be able to put into something like this. This week I'm actually at the Youth for Christ conference, which is our midwinter conference that we have every 3 years where everybody comes together in the United States. We get to be able to spend time with our family, our friends within the YFC community, be able to share some stories, to learn a little bit, to take some time to relax for ourselves. For me, this is actually a big time because I actually get to do a lot of time with our YFC family to be able to help them engage better while they're at this conference, to be able to point them to different directions of things that are going on. We're going to have a couple of contests, give away some prizes to Africa and to Europe to be able to do some online or to do some ministry in a foreign country, and to be able to have some kind of great presentation where people can say, you know what, I've had this YFC family here all along, but I don't necessarily have to come every single year to be able to meet them. I can just keep talking to them online. So that's my project for this entire conference that we're going to be having here. And my online marketing has to be something around wowing them to be able to say, you know what, my family's been here the whole time, why don't I just be able to connect with them? And so we're actually going to be taking everything a step further than whatever we do throughout the rest of the year so that we can get those people wowed and say, you know what, I want to engage with people online. So I'm actually challenging you guys to be able to do something like this, to be able to take it to the next step, to be able to wow your people whenever you're doing online marketing. There's 3 things I want to share with you. The first one is don't regurgitate what everybody else has been doing. I don't care if it works for so-and-so. One of my favorite people online is Dustin Stout. He's a great Google Plus person, has a lot of connections. He's made so many great abilities to connect his message with people from high levels within Google Plus. Some newspaper organizations have picked him up. He's had a lot of success with that, and I love what he does with all of his different posts and his design aspect. But for me, that's what he does that makes him special. But that's not something that I can recreate in making myself special in that way as well. For me, I think a lot of what I do is about enabling other people. I know where I sit as far as being able to be awesome online, to be able to wow people on social media, and I know where to draw my strength from as far as creativity and production value, all these different things. So if you're going to be doing something online, know what your ministry, your organization, your brand's position is in all these different things, and build off of that. Don't go to different people that you see them having success and say, I'm going to recreate that. That's probably one of the biggest disasters. First of all, your marketing target audience isn't the same. The fact is you probably don't have the same resources to draw from, and the reality is your message is different. Even if you are so closely linked that you could probably say you're doing about the same thing, in some ways they're different, and so in that sense you need to have your own online marketing campaign. The second thing is to not tread slowly. The idea that you are tiptoeing towards your goal. I hate it whenever I see organizations say, you know what, we want to do something amazing and we want to be able to go there and we have this great vision, and then they never actually take steps to move forward to it. The idea that you have something that you want to share with people, it's so important that you need to have an online marketing campaign, and then not do anything about it is a waste of your talents, it's a waste of your time, and really it's probably a waste of everybody else's time that you're engaging with. So if you're going to do something, go all in. Don't be scared about what the ramifications could be of something. If you really think it out, if you really test it, if you really try to put the effort in, even if it's a flop and only 1,000 people see your stuff, that's the first core 1,000 people that could really engage with your content. So for us, I know one of the biggest things we're doing with this content that we're going to be having at the YFC conference is we're going to be crowdsourcing videos, and I've talked a little bit about this before, but the idea is we're going to put a challenge out there and say, you know what guys, we want to hear some of the best thoughts about what you've been doing in ministry and why is it that you're here. And we're going to ask that question, we're going to have people do video responses and see what happens. We have backup plans in case that doesn't work. We have situations where we can go get content and fill it and be able to make something great. But we want to see what the family does within YFC, to be able to hear those stories, to be able to have people come together, to be able to share everything that they're doing. And so we can be able to risk something like this. It's not something I've seen done in any other conference. I've never seen it be able to be done in any kind of other capacity. And yet we could do crowdsourcing videos that could actually be able to engage the family and to be able to actually expand our definition of what it means to be in YFC. The final thing I want you to encourage you guys to do when you're doing online campaigns with your marketing is to be able to actually do something to completion. And I say this because there's so many different times I've seen in marketing, and I've done this myself, is where you actually try to put forth the effort to do something, but you don't actually get through the follow-through. Your follow-through rate is probably so low that you look good on paper whenever you're designing a strategy, but whenever you're actually executing something, it flops. And for us, I know within the YFC organization, that means that we're trimming down and taking away some of the good things so we can do something great, and at the same time trying to be able to create these great ideas that are able to engage with people not just at this conference, but people that couldn't make this conference, people that potentially could come to the next conference, as well as being able to just share these videos and these online web exclusives for the next several months, that is be able to capitalize on this content that we're getting within this week's time, and to be able to create something amazing that just pushes forward and is able to further our brand as we go into 2014 and beyond. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say as far as online marketing. How do you try to do something great that isn't just regurgitating something that someone else is doing, or is really shallow or worthless? So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Leave the comments below, and we'll talk to you guys next week.